clerk. Two candidates for that position, the Democrat, Susan Popp, and the Republican, Darcy Schiller. All right, we're going to start with Susan to tell you about herself and why she's running.
Good evening, I'm Susan Popp, and I'm the current Clark County Clerk, and I want to thank Farm Bureau for hosting this wonderful event. Can everybody hear me? Okay. I was just sitting there wondering, what do I have to talk about? I know I was here 4 years ago. They had to meet the candidates, and I told all that I was talking about what I was going to accomplish. So I'm here to tell you about some of the things that we've done. We were the second county out of 92 counties in Indiana to e-file. And we had all the judicial partners were on board with that. We had the prosecutor on board with that, and everything just kind of gelled, and we were able to get that done. And by doing that, going early, the state gave us approximately $22,000 worth of equipment and scanners. The counties that are going on now have to purchase that equipment, but we went on early, so they were able to give us that, which has been fantastic. And so what basically e-filing means is attorneys can file 24/7. So that means I was home one evening, I'm like, and I brought up our e-filing, and it was like 1 o'clock in the night. I was watching a movie, but anyhow. But next thing you know, you got an attorney filing something, and I accepted it, and then they accepted, and they filed something else. I'm over there thinking, who is working at 1 o'clock in the morning in the clerk's office? But that's what that will allow you to do. So it's just been a wonderful thing. And also then all the documents are digitized, so you don't have all those paper files to contend with. We also have a website where you can get some of the small claims form. I know we have an entourage of realtors back there, and sometimes you need divorce decrees, you need child support payments, all of that we can get to you very easily, and that's just been great. But a lot of people don't have computers. A lot of people don't want to do business like that, and we understand that. So we have we are all about customer service. If anybody comes in, we are there to help. And when people come to the clerk's office, it's usually not for things that are very pleasant. They're coming in to pay a bond, to maybe they've lost a loved one, they need to file an estate. They have a divorce. So one thing that we strive to do is treat everyone with dignity, compassion. And another thing is, one thing that I've accomplished, we've got our business cards have my cell phone on it. So we are very accessible, transparent, and ready to serve. And one thing that I think what we realize there in the clerk's office is we are public servants, and we understand who pays our paycheck, and we are here for you, and we understand that. I came from the private sector, and that's just been a very interesting transition. And the clerk is a 2-term limit, so I've had 1 term, and I'm humbly asking for your 2nd term for the Clark County Clerk. And then we also do voting, so there's a lot with the clerk's office. And we've done everything to have transparency in voting as well. Everything we do is in a bipartisan fashion. We have implemented a security plan that's been approved by the Indiana Election Division. We have now ballot on demand for the early voting, so that way we don't have to order statutorily 100%. So we've been able to save money doing that. And we've just really tried to, we're going to have early voting here at Charlestown, and there again, we want to make it voting accessible to people. So we're actually going to be voting. We came up with the hours with the county election board from 11 to 7, because we have early voting at the courthouse, but when you vote from 8:30 to 4:30, or actually 8:30 to 4, there are a lot of people working and they can't make it to the courthouse, and we have parking issues and everything else. So we're really excited about the week before doing this. And the whole thing is to posture ourselves to be able to condense the number of precincts and actually to have vote centers. That's what I would like to see happen. So there again, making voting more accessible throughout. And we also have now the iPads for an easy check-in. And I need to applaud, we did a lot of research on the best product to buy, and in a nonpartisan fashion, we had the commissioners and the county council approve that expenditure, and it's been a great tool to use at the polls. And the last thing is we are the record keeper of court documents, and that's going to be something that I've been in council on countless times, because we have these big books there that maybe have wedding record in it. Well, we are one fire and one flood away from losing all of those records. So one of the goals that we've had, and I know the council has had a tight budget, but we really want to get many of those documents digitized for easy retrieval, but also just preservation of important documents.